All right, welcome back to DETV's Good Morning Wilmington. First up on the Plaza today is Jen Boes. Jen is the Executive Director of the Greater Wilmington Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome to the Plaza, Jen.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, thanks for joining us. So Aaron, real quick, just so you know, my older brother Italo, do you know my brother Italo?
No, I don't know him.
Okay.
I'll be
You guys have to connect. You guys have to link. My older brother Italo sits on the board. So I was very excited to have Jen on the show to really talk about the organization and what it does for the Greater Wilmington and Brandywine area. So Jen, tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive into the organization.
So I am a native Delawarean. I grew up in southern Delaware, so south of the canal.
Okay.
I've been doing tourism, PR, and marketing for most of my entire professional career. I've been with the Bureau now for 3 years, and in this current position, I've been in it 2 years almost to the day.
Okay.
I love to travel. I also love food, as does everyone else in our office, which is probably why we work in tourism.
Yes, and why you're good at it too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about the organization and the board and what its purpose is. I think that's the most important thing. What is its purpose?
So in short, what we do is we share with visitors all the wonderful things there are to see and do in northern Delaware. Our main goal is to get what we like to say heads in bed, so people that are kind of come in for a long weekend and spend the night, because that's going to give us the best economic impact.
Yes.
We also work to bring in meetings and conventions into Wilmington, specifically Chase Center and all of the great hotels we have around the area. And we do a little bit with group tour too, so if you see the buses that go back and forth, particularly in the Brandywine Valley and around downtown, that's our work as well.
What area is considered Greater Wilmington?
So it's really all of northern Delaware. So Wilmington, the city, is a big part of what we promote, as is the Brandywine Valley, so out where the DuPont estates are, but also Newark, Newcastle, historic Newcastle, Middletown, Odessa, you know, the little hidden gems that make our county so special.
Have you ever heard of the organization before, Aaron?
I've heard of it. So I'd love to know, what's the goal of Greater Wilmington, Delaware?
It's to let more people know about all the things there are to see and do here and vacation here. So to draw in more visitors is the goal.
That is a very important goal for all the small businesses.
Yes.
As a small business owner, I appreciate an organization like this because you're driving people to the area.
Right.
And people bring people. Business brings business. And if we don't have that, the community starts to fail, the neighborhoods start to fail, everything. It's just like a domino effect.
Right. And I can tell you a little bit about how we do it if you'd like.
Oh, please do.
So we have a smaller budget. So up until this year, and I'll tell you about that in a second, we primarily focus on digital marketing and social media and bringing in travel writers. I don't know if you guys saw, but Greater Wilmington was ranked one of the best 23 places to visit in 2023 by Condé Nast Traveler magazine this year, so that was great.
That's a big deal.
That is a huge deal.
Yeah, but we were fortunate last year to get an EDA grant. So we launched a couple months ago the largest advertising campaign in the history of our bureau, which also included TV, and we're getting some great results. I don't know if you've seen the TV commercials, but we've gotten a lot of feedback from people that have.
Yes.
And our website traffic is just off the hook, I think, as a result of that.
Good. That's so happy to hear that there's a return with your investment.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know. It's the chance you take when you're investing into marketing, but I do think that it's necessary, especially this day and age.
Yes.
Especially how important technology is, and we are all visually looking at our phones and we want to see it to believe it, right? So I think that's always a positive sign that the return has been very good for you guys.
Right. And we know that we do have, probably because of our lack of a large marketing budget, we have a little bit of a lack of awareness. But what I will say is when we get people here for the first time, like last year, a lot of people came for the first time for the BMW Championship golf tournament.
Which was a big
Awesome
event.
Absolutely.
Right, big event.
But they love it and they want to come back. So we're all at the Bureau really proud of Northern Delaware and Greater Wilmington, and we love promoting it.
Right, so let's just talk about the BMW Championship real quick. It was such a success in the northern part of Delaware that, from what I even heard, the organizers are ready to come back and plan it again.
I would love that to happen.
I mean, that's what I heard. I mean, that's still, even if it is a rumor, still a great rumor because it's positivity being spoken amongst all the conversations in the community, the guests that attended, maybe even the volunteers that were involved, or the workers, and the small businesses.
And the small businesses. I know a lot of restaurants, particularly downtown, got a lot of traction from the BMW Championship. We'd love to see it come back.
Oh, yes.
And there were volunteers from all over the country.
Right.
I met people from California that just came out to volunteer, people that came from Seattle and from Nevada. So hats off, and I think it's a wonderful event. Would love to see it happen here again.
Yeah, and attract more events like that. So yeah, I think that would be a wonderful thing.
So tell us a little bit more about the Bureau and how can people, I guess, look it up or research it or find out how they can be following, because I'm sure there's like an email list they can get on.
Yes, so if you go to our website, visitwilmingtonde.com, that's a great resource for things to do, even locals to do.
Okay.
And you can sign up for our e-news there. We also have lots of social media presence, but the hashtag that we use is Visit Wilm. So hashtag Visit Wilm.
We're going to start using that.
Yeah.
Right? Visit Wilm.
And I'll be on Instagram, so I'll
Yes, that's right. I can't believe Aaron doesn't have an Instagram page.
You don't have an Instagram account.
I know.
He is so active on social media. I was surprised, but I'm excited for you to join the Instagram family. And first post is going to be probably us.
I'll have 3 fans. 3 follow whatever you have on Instagram.
I think that you're going to have a huge fan base.
Absolutely.
But Visit Wilm is the hashtag that we should be tagging, posting, using, even the Delawareans, right? Because we want to keep promoting and being a part of that.
Well, so Delawareans are a big help in terms of our jobs because most people that come to visit this area, and actually most areas in the U.S., they're coming to visit family and friends. So they come to visit family and friends first, and then a secondary measure is to go out and check out everything there is to see and do.
Excellent,
There's
excellent.
so much to see and do
Oh,
here.
yeah.
You named little buckets and enclaves here in the Greater Wilmington area, and it's just each place is a gem.
Yeah.
You won't find that many other places.
I mean, a lot of people that are from Delaware, when they think vacation, they think the beach. But we have such a great variety of things to do, no matter what kind of food you like, whatever your interests are in terms of history or culture, outdoors, we've got it all here. A lot of people don't realize you can mountain climb here. Rock climb, I should say. Maybe
I would
not.
say rock climb.
Where
can you rock climb?
Alapocas State Park.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that is
right.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Have you ever been to that park?
Oh, I bike there.
Beautiful. That's so close to here. Beautiful park. So during the shutdown of the pandemic, a lot of people were out walking outside. And we had a little bit more time on our hands because everything was canceled. So I had the opportunity to experience that park and that trail.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's where I
amazing.
saw the rock climbing. That's right. It's beautiful. It's spectacular. It's like a hidden gem.
I would say so. And another one of my personal favorites is the park. I mean, it's a small park, but I love the lemurs. Brandywine Zoo is what I meant to say. But I think that's great. And you can walk right from here, right from your studio.
Yes, I think
There's a trail. You
Yes.
can go all the way through.
Yes.
I think we're supposed to pay a visit to the Brandywine Zoo soon. I don't think you'll be on that show, but maybe we can talk
Well,
to
there's
Ivan
lemurs.
about
And
it.
The lemurs are great.
find out.
Jen, so tell us a little bit about the unique hours of operation. So,
Oh, hours?
yes.
So what I didn't mention, I can't believe I forgot to mention this, we just opened a new visitor center. We had the grand opening last week. And
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We actually had a celebrity stop by, Alan Cumming. Do you know this person?
Alan Cumming.
So he was on X-Men.
Okay, yes.
And I had to write this down because I don't have Apple TV. Schmigadoon. That's a current
Ooh,
series. Yeah.
okay.
The musical.
He was in our city this weekend. He was at the riverfront, and one
That's
of our visitor advisors saw him in Timothy's and asked him to come over and check out our new visitor center.
Well, that's so neat.
Ooh, and now you're a celebrity. You're on DETV.
Yes.
You've made it. Yeah.
But so we had a visitor center in our offices at the community services building, but then when COVID happened, we had to close it. Can't get that back because it's being used for other purposes. Our offices are still there.
Okay.
But now the visitor center at the riverfront is open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 4. And that's the first time we've had a visitor center open on the weekends, and we're really thrilled about the location.
It's so important, especially at the riverfront, because it's an attraction in itself.
Right.
Even if you're driving down 95 and you look near the Blue Rock Stadium, the Chase Center, you see there's so many attractions. you're gravitated toward that area, even if you don't know or you're not from Delaware. So it's very important to have the visitor center there, and I think that was a strategic move on your part.
Yes, it absolutely was. Even before I joined the Bureau, they'd been looking for the right spot down there. So, but I think people are really pleasantly surprised with the riverfront too. If you haven't been here in maybe 15 years and you go down there, you're like, wow. A lot of my friends and family I brought down there are really amazed.
I just told somebody last night about the riverfront. He had never been. And the way you look at me when I said I didn't have an Instagram, I felt the same way about the riverfront.
Yeah.
How'd you not go to the riverfront?
And I mean, you can take the train there from any place in the Northeast, and you don't even need your car.
That's right. You can walk.
There's a bike trail you can take from
to Newcastle.
From Newcastle all the way through there, and
beautiful trail.
Yeah.
And it's primarily flat, so if you're not into hills, it's the right one for you.
Where is the visitor center exactly located? Name some other locations or places that
there's
are near it.
the strip of restaurants there's Timothy's,
Timothy's,
Drop
okay.
Squad Kitchen,
Yes.
Ubon, and then
Some
there's
great places.
Yes, delicious. We go out to lunch almost every day when we work down there. And then across the way is the Homewood Suites. We're back in the middle of those two, so we're behind the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce building.
Okay, perfect. Just to paint that picture, I'm literally thinking and trying to visualize, all right, where is it exactly located?
Yeah. So if you know
Jensen,
Dravo
all the
Plaza,
good restaurants.
if you look for the big crane,
Okay, yep, the big crane.
and you just walk straight toward the west end, look to the left, we'll be right there.
Right there.
Yep.
That's so great. That's so great. Was there anything else you wanted to mention that we did not touch on, Jen?
I just wanted to say that, I would encourage everyone, all your viewers that are Delawareans, to get out and explore in your own backyard this summer. You can find some really great ideas of things to do on the website that I mentioned earlier, visit wilmingtonde.com. We've got the DuPont mansions. I mean, I could go on and on and on.
Are there any upcoming summer events that we should be maybe
so I'm going to use my
for?
cheat sheet so I get the
Please.
right
Oh,
dates.
yes.
So there are weekly events I wanted to start out with that are
Okay.
so much fun. Right down here on Rodney Square, there's the Farmers Market. They have some really delicious food trucks. If anybody's working downtown, definitely come check that out. Hagley, every Wednesday, has summer nights at Hagley. So food trucks, music, it's a beautiful view along the Brandywine. You can stroll along the Brandywine. It's pet friendly, one of the few pet friendly events this
Sounds
summer.
like a great date night.
Perfect date night.
And a good pet night.
Yes.
Sculpture Garden Happy Hour at the Delaware Art Museum. That's every Thursday. And then Mount Cuba has some really fun summer events, including Twilight on the Terrace.
They just had a Ladybug Festival
The
at Mount Cuba.
Ladybug Festival was great. Yeah, it was right before the Clifford Brown Jazz Festival. Yeah, our office was there. It was wonderful.
Wow, so we have to check out the website and we have to mark our calendar. I'll remind Ivan, but Erin, you got to join us, and it's every week there's something happening. Are there any other events we need to?
Well, I definitely want to point
highlight?
out, so we have a lot of largest, for a small state, and firsts.
Okay.
One of these is the August Quarterly, which is the oldest African American religious festival in the entire country. And that's going to be the date, it starts August 20th, and it's down at the riverfront in Harriet Tubman Garrett Park.
Ooh.
So many awesome events.
Yeah, there's
All
so
in
many.
Delaware.
I mean, that's just like a tip of
We
the
don't
iceberg.
even need to leave the area. We don't even need to leave the county to have a good time, but also just family-friendly events, date night, or just with your pets, right? So many wonderful things to do, and outdoors as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. We've got our state parks. We were talking about Alapocus earlier, but there are so many others, and so many, like, you can learn to fish.
At
the
Lum's
state.
Pond.
Yes, at Lum's Pond. At Bellevue, I think, also has fishing. So I think there's just so many. It's an endless summer.
You know what I just thought about, Jen? What if there's someone that's listening and they have an event coming up, or right in the air, Brandywine, Brandywine and Greater Wilmington area? Is there a way for them to reach out to you or contact you so it can be promoted? Okay, tell us a little bit more about that.
Thank you for asking that question. So our events calendar is free. There's no charge for listing an event on the calendar.
Okay.
Just log into our website, go to the events page, and it will prompt you how to fill in the event. If you have any problems, just contact the office and we can walk you through it.
Excellent. See, I think that's important.
I love
and it's
that.
free.
It's free.
No excuses. It's free. You can promote your event that's happening around town, and I love that. Well, Jen, thank you so much for what you're doing for the Greater Wilmington area the Bureau. I know my brother speaks so highly of you. Shout out to Italo.
He's a great board member.
Yeah, he is very proud to be a board member. He updates me regularly on events happening, what's going on, and we appreciate what you're doing for the Greater Wilmington area. So thank you, and good luck with all these upcoming events.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on and helping me spread the word about Northern Delaware. I really appreciate it.
Oh, our pleasure.
Glad to have
our
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, we have to mark our calendar for some things, Aaron. Now that you're a part of Good Morning Wilmington,
Oh, I mean,
you're joining us with
and there's
all these
food
events.
at every event. There's
You
food.
know we love
Oh
food,
yeah.
right?
So we'll talk about the food, and that's gonna be wonderful.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Still to come, author of Sincerely Love Self, Mammy Jenkins,